It's been nearly 3 weeks since the judge in the Trump porn star case wrote a letter notifying counsel that the court was aware of a comment posted to the Facebook page for the Unified Court System, in which a Facebook user revealed the jury's guilty verdict. The catch: it was posted the day before the jury came to a verdict. A Facebook user named Michael Anderson left a comment stating, "My cousin is a juror and says Trump is getting convicted." Now you would think this would be a big deal. Certainly anyone else would move for a mistrial if the verdict was leaked before the jury came back with it. But with Donald Trump, after weeks of testimony, arguments, and deliberation, the verdict leak was a blurb in the media, the post was taken down and nothing happened. Just so it's clear, the guilty verdict on 34 felony counts had been leaked, which is an unprecedented breach of the integrity of the jury, which threatens to undermine the very foundations of the American justice system. And it occurred with a former president of the United States of America in one of the most high-profile cases of our lifetimes. What have we become? The leak wasn't just about one verdict. It represents a crack in the wall of trust that is supposed to safeguard our courts. The integrity of the judicial process hinges on the confidentiality of jury deliberations, allowing jurors to reach a verdict free from fear or external pressure. Not only that, but when the jurors returned after the weekend, they were specifically asked if they spoke to anyone about the case, and each one said they had not. This means that a juror lied to the judge. Such a breach should be sending shockwaves across the nation and beyond, raising profound questions about the future of justice in America. But it's done. Nobody even remembers it or cares. Regardless of the outcome, the stain of the leak taints the entire process with doubts and accusations of impropriety. The nation was left not grappling not just with the verdict itself, but with the unsettling realization that the sanctity of our courts had been compromised. The leak served as a stark reminder of the vulnerability of our justice system, even in the digital age. Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene from Georgia stated that the fix was in from the beginning. If true, this is even further proof that President Trump never had a chance of being innocent. It underscored the need for constant vigilance, for robust safeguards, and for an unwavering commitment to upholding the principles of fairness and impartiality that underpin our democracy. It's been 3 weeks since the initial findings, and still, no action has been taken. The nation remains in suspense, waiting for justice to be served. Recently, a letter from the judge was posted explaining the situation and the steps being taken to address the leak. The judge emphasized the gravity of the situation and assured the public that thorough investigations are underway. You'd think this would be pretty cut and dry, but weeks later, not only have we not heard of an investigation, we haven't even been hearing about the leak post. The letter also highlighted the potential consequences for those involved in the leak, stressing the importance of maintaining the integrity of the judicial process. In the immediate aftermath of the leak, attention turned to uncovering the source. Who would breach such a fundamental tenet of the American legal system, and how was it even possible? The investigation began in the heart of the courthouse, focusing on those with access to the closely guarded information. Trump supporters quickly honed in on several potential leads. Mainstream media is pushing the narrative that the leak may have been the result of a prank by a regular troll of the New York court system's social media pages. Many Trump haters posted jokes on the court site. Clearly, these people have no concern for a fair process. Their only agenda is to get Trump. But it was later determined that it was no joke. It wasn't a troll. It was indeed the cousin of one of the jurors. His X profile was located, and Michael identifies himself as transabled and a professional shitposter while posting cross-dressing photos on his feed. The pressure mounted with each passing hour, fueled by concerns of accountability. The investigation into the leak became a race against time, a desperate attempt to restore faith in a system shaken to its core. Every passing day without an answer erodes public trust, but it appears that the judge of the hush money trial is now allowing the hush of a tainted jury. To further convolute the matter, one poster on the court website from Louisiana stated, "What's most troubling here is, I'm friends with one of the jurors who told me he was forced to vote guilty." In addition to that, he stated they were not to discuss the case until instructed to do so. But they did so despite the order, and the verdict was reached before the trial ended. How does this happen? He is afraid for his life and scared to say something. Did anyone contact this poster claiming that jurors were pressured to find Trump guilty? It may be without foundation, but millions are being spent railroading Trump, so we certainly have an obligation to investigate claims of jury tampering against the current president's political opponent. The media immediately, and without investigation, stated that just like the original post, this was baseless. Then the media went dark on the topic. Don't allow the media to control the narrative. Demand transparency. Support those trying to expose and stop this dystopian Sodom and Gomorrah that we are becoming. Until next time, remember that indifference is the breeding ground for corruption.